Well, I mean, I think, we've seen him do this before where he's, not quite been involved or aggressive enough or whatever, and then come out and get super aggressive. We did get a couple good reads on some play calls that got him going downhill towards the rim, but mostly he just decided to start imposing his size and will over the top of them and got himself going.
It doesn't mean your group, like, you guys tried to study off ball a lot in that second half especially. You
Yep.
guys moving forward. You really haven't seen that.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to do that some. Again, he's seeing a lot of blitzes, so instead of making him play through two run a lot of ball screens and see two and then have to get off it and don't know if he's going to get it back. We try to run a little bit more off ball action for him, and it's good. It gives us some spacing along the corners and opens up the middle of the floor a little bit with him and Gary in each corner. Right, we've certainly been missing that a little bit.
Okay, Cal, over to you. Cal!
Thank you. We'll go to John. Hey, Nick, what kind of lift did those three guys off the bench, Texas, Solano, and Chad, give you guys to start the fourth quarter? How important was that in terms of putting the game away?
Well, it was really big, Josh. I didn't think we were getting much off the bench in the first half, so they did a really good job. But most impressively was their defense. They caused a couple shot clock violations and just were really flying around out there, and that was jump starting them into some opportunities and transitions. So that no, they really played great. Really proud of Delano stepping up there. 20 plus minutes. Made some really good passes. I thought that pick and roll lob to Precious was a key moment where the game was kind of wobbling a little bit, and they made a big play, the two of them. Thought he pressured defensively and was part of the group that really guarded there for a stretch. Really good defensive effort second half for us.
It took Fred a little bit of time to find his rhythm, understandable after the long layoff. But do you think he's looking more like he did before the break, sort of after the time off and the rest of the
Yeah. I mean, I thought he was awesome tonight, and the only thing that wasn't really going early was the three ball, but his two ball was. He was getting into some mid rangers, and he got to the basket a few times, which I love seeing. When he's getting to the basket, he's feeling pretty good.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh. We'll go to Michael. Hey, Nick. When Scotty's kind of taking those face-up moves and walking his man down to the paint, like how much of that is him making the read, and how much of that you making a call and taking advantage of, if they're not going to double him, you're going to make them punish. You're going to punish him when you're closer to the rim.
Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of that. He's got the freedom. I keep telling him to just be aggressive and taking it inside and using his length over the top. Again, there was a few play calls that we have found to get him downhill a little bit too, which helps. But it's we're working together out there. But he's just being aggressive and finding those most of those plays on his own.
And just like he looks like he's really his balance and footwork. He's throwing his left hand is off his right. Is that something that's going on behind the scenes, or what's the story with that?
Well, yeah. I mean, our assistants and player development guys certainly are putting in a lot of time, and so is he, working on some different ways to we call it moving it around. You got to sometimes move it around to contest or whatever. I know he likes using that left hand. he So he's worked on it, and he's now bringing it out a little bit. Yep, thanks, Michael.
We'll go to Lewis next.
Hey, Coach, in the beginning of the year, it seemed sometimes like Precious didn't know what was asked of him in the offense. Seemed awkward at times. Is it fair to say that that is completely behind him with how he's looked recently?
Listen, he played a lot of good games here lately. I just think that, again, for me, I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but when he's got energy and is running hard and playing hard, I think a lot of good things happen for him. right? Just a lot of good things. He's really moving his feet on D, and you know, I think with the team we have on the floor, he's going to get some looks from the corner three. We've been much more happier on his finishing drives, or at least getting, you know, himself a little more organized in there. I think he's probably getting hit on some of those. That's the next step. If we can get him to, you know, play through those and score anyway without needing a call or getting a call here and there. But little more organized and cleaning up his game. You know, it's either a catch and shoot or it's a hard drive all the way, which we like.
You see him running to the correct spot more often.
Yeah, I mean we've listen, I've been complaining about this a lot. It's not easy to stay organized when you got guys in and out all the time, right? And the addition of kind of the Thad, Chris, Precious lineup has got those guys a little confused about who's doing what. So we've really been working hard on trying to get those guys to understand where they're going when they're out there together. So yeah, I think that's all part of us continuing to get us organized, and he's a big part of that. Yeah, you're welcome.
Last one for you folks, Aaron. Scotty obviously can take advantage of smaller guys in the paint. I think he started the third quarter off by going at Turtle. What did you say about him that he can sort of, in either mismatch, if you can find it against the big guy, still score in the paint against those guys?
Well, he's pretty big and long, right? You're gonna have to be pretty big to outsize him, you know. But again, he's got a little bit of a herky jerky rhythm to when he lets go of it down there. I think that's really the key. His release points are kind of different at different times, and I think he catches them, even the bigger guys with their hands. You know, they're not quite expecting him to shoot some of those. He'll take them all the way, or he'll stop 6 feet short, or 8 feet short, or 4 feet short. You know, and he'll, whenever he feels like he can get it off safely. So I think that's an interesting, you know, way of scoring when you're not really using the same exact footwork and rhythm every time. I think it makes it harder for those guys to challenge.
And you mentioned Fred's 2-point scoring ability. Do you feel like that's taken a big step this year in his ability to shoot from inside?
Yeah, I mean it's a concerted effort on his part from the summertime to this year that you know, that there's some coverages in certain teams you play where that's the play, you know, and we've tried to get him more involved in doing some of that stuff, and he's getting better. He's worked really hard at it. It's not like I think it's fairly like new part of his game, but he's worked really hard at it, and he's starting to see some of the dividends from that.